Hello, hello. I'm gonna tuck myself in the corner over here, move this around, and gonna start. So, this is the presentation that I gave in at the beginning of May, and now it's mid-May of 2025. The technology is changing so rapidly that every day I'm happy that it's taking place at that rapid pace, but I'm also a little bit overwhelmed with what is going to happen within the next few months from the perspective of AI agents and really generative AI. I truly believe that we'll get there by the end of this year, and I think a lot of white collar jobs will be replaced real soon. So that's why I did created this purpose-driven growth platforms for those that are in my environment. I used to work with them, or I had any relationship either from the mentor or mentee perspective. So now I'm actually inviting a lot of individuals to platform that integrates education. We do have specific certification programs. We do investments in real estate. I'm not gonna venture about talking about the specific investments because those are gonna be shared with investors. Marketing and community engagement, that is definitely important to me. So, vision statement. I really focus on health, wealth, and relationships. And for me, relationships are partnerships or really integrating the relationships with the partnerships and partnership agreements. I did created several different joint ventures. I worked with as a general partner or limited partner on various deals, and now I'm just curating my own. But if you don't have your wealth and relationships are not gonna work the way that you intended. I see it after being on this earth for almost 50 years now, and I do see completely different perspective over the last 10 years. So this is important, but the business growth is definitely tied to well-being, either physical, mental. It's all very important. Financial prosperity with the purpose. I see that money don't bring you happiness, but whatever you do with the money with purpose. I understand those that are on top of different organizations or family offices, or those that are privileged to be leaders on in like investment funds, or those that really make a lot of investments with a specific purpose in mind. And all the investments that I'm doing do have a specific purpose, but I do understand they need to have a specific return on investment for the investors. So those will be documented. Relationships, for me, meaningful connection really drive success. And I believe that I have been quite privileged in my life to have a great family and great relationships that were quite supportive throughout my life. Partnerships, really for me, this is strategic alliances for the growth at this point. Why the platform was born. So I see how mentorship programs are important. So I really, at the base of this is a way to provide mentorship, provide accountability, as well as really talking about the opportunities that exist this year and beyond with AI, as well as AI integration into the businesses. So supporting system for success. All the talks and webinars should reduce your overwhelm. So because we got really structured approach to business, and that requires further explanation. Since this is just quick video and I need to hurry up because I got a lot of slides, I'm not gonna dive deep on all those aspects, but I can create specific talking points about all of those. Ending confusion, right? Clear direction for growth. And I know know that I struggled from that perspective many years ago, and now I am really trying to avoid any confusion for the investors, real estate brokers, as well as clear collaborators within my platform. Problems we solve sometimes, but everybody is privileged to that supportive ecosystem. And specifically talking about small business owners that either isolate themselves or really isolating the and limiting the growth potential for their organizations. Some people have too little clarity and really don't understand the higher level complexity and aspects. And for some individuals, there are way too many tools. And I can explain it from my mindset perspective. Yes, I always looked at all the different technological advancements. So I've seen the revolution that is taking place with AI agents right now, probably from different angle than most of the small business owners. But I have been using way too many tools. So I streamline the operations and avoid fragmented solutions that can create complexity. But as a AI advisor or arbitrator or really person that can talk about most of those tools and actually integrate them into the businesses, I see the value in quite a few tools. So 4 pillars of alignment. This is something that I mentioned already. Health, physical and mental well-being, wealth. Then I'll talk about strategic partnerships, so really collaborative business growth. I know that I cannot really build my business without working with either freelancers, working with other advisors, or really advising into within the larger organizations, because I am really creating strategic partnerships, and that is gonna be different slides. But relationships, everything is focused on like really family connections and family relationships. So those are personal and also professional connections that are as important in a business as your family. Who is this for? So I am really looking for service providers like contractors, realtors, virtual assistants, freelancers that would like to connect with my environment, business leaders, those that already achieved some specific goals and results from marketing, business owners, and I do provide advisory to the small businesses in a mainly construction area, how to leverage the AI and technology right now in 2025, what tools they can connect. And again, we do implementation as well. But since I have been investing in a real estate, I do provide solutions for the investors as well. And I basically connect real estate agents, real estate professionals with the investors that would like to be more passive investors, but we still gonna provide the full due diligence and really underwrite all the projects precision. And now I am looking also for community builders. So those are caregivers for me, creators, as well as coaches and advisors. I have been working with quite a few coaches and advisors throughout my year, and I definitely spend way more money on coaching programs and advisory boards than I spent on my formal education, but it was quite purposeful for me. What makes us different? We do have a clear structure. We got clear frameworks for the growth, again, certifications. So really, it takes between 3 to 6 months to certify an individual into specific role. And I do understand that that's really the certifications that we are doing. We do provide a accountability platform, so there are systems for following through. And you can think about my practice as a full ecosystem based. So there's a integrated investment approach in specifically from the real estate perspective that is fully documented, and we use clearly defined investment platform for that. The Grow Connection ecosystem, for me, the Grow Connection started with a really open community for the neighbors, friends, and as well as service providers. And I am actually closing it right now because I got enough people there that came in for free. So that is changing, but we provide a weekly learning. So continuous skill development, and that is based on a Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger's teachings that you need to continue with your education. Peer mentorship, so really collaborative growth and support. Local implementation, I do sell basically programs based on localities, so zip code by zip code or village by village. And we do have plenty of great tools and that provide feedback as well, feedback for me. And those are resources with community input. At the top level of the it is AB Mastermind, where strategy meets structures. And that is great for the business owners that are focusing on growing their organizations. High achievers, I can really walk you through how you can optimize your performance, as well as for the investors and thought leaders, those that have a higher level vision and really invest in innovation throughout their life. Glenview Mastermind, it's a product. It's one of the community in a box products, but it is a localized movement. So I am based in Glenview, Illinois, and that's why I also provide the local focus for Glenview. Key technologies that we are using, we're definitely using a lot of AI agents, and as quickly as possible, it's gonna be really generative AI. So real estate automation, and same thing for the coaching, but I intend to be doing a lot of Zoom meetings that I don't see the value of running I see the great value of running webinars, but for me, those are not gonna be webinars. I really wanna stay and talk with the individuals. If I can answer some questions right away during those sessions, I will be jumping. For me, it's based on that scalable model. So community in a box approach, and I'll explain a little bit more how that works. Everything starts with the club-based certification programs. So really different approach for professional development as well as partnerships. So if you are, for example, private money lender, well, I need to get to know you, what you are investing in. Same thing for realtors. If the realtor is able to find a deal, I do match us realtors with the private capital, and that's how I intend to grow those operations specifically from the real estate perspective. So really focused learning, specialized content tailored to your industry needs. Networking right now is happening. Also, there is quite specialized, so you can connect with other experts in your field. And we do provide implementation support, or we can actually do it for you. So practical assistance, turning knowledge into action. So we teach you those systems. We show you how those systems work. If you want to be the self-starter and executor of this, you will have the option for this. But we also have the partnership pathways. So collaboration and quick advancements within the programs can be done through the partnerships that will be explained most likely on the next video. Overview of our clubs, and for me this is the base, and I really created clubs for the homeowners, service providers, so I can match them with the homeowners, sponsors and volunteers. For me, sponsors and volunteers are really those individuals that provide financial services, information about the taxation, as well as legal services. I really can bring you into my environment as a sponsor. You will have the opportunity to pitch your programs, but I do not provide financial advice per se. All the projects will be clearly documented and everything's gonna be disclosed, but I do not provide financial advice, so I wanna be clear from that perspective. For creators and designers, that is really a core of the individuals that I want to grow this business with, because they can provide some more creative ideas. It's something that I do not see. I build everything on travel and events. I'll talk a little bit more about this, but I know that I cannot grow my business without networking with the investors as well as other thought leaders that already achieved some successes and now they share their knowledge. Certification tracks, entry level, professional level, and then executive level. So I do have three levels. This is a little bit more about who those certifications are for. So entry level, I do recognize the need to be collaborating and talking with the younger generations. So for me, Generation Z and millennials are the digital natives, maybe seeking some career launch, maybe they are going through the college right now. So time involvement is really minimal, but I see that they need to grow their systems and business acumen. So I'll be happy to talk with those individuals. Freelancers and virtual assistants, those that have been doing some specific work in an advisory or really execution for others. But what I'm doing differently with the virtual assistants and freelancers right now, if you've been on the path that you have been serving or providing that assistance to other businesses, now I really want you to become agency owner, and I'll clearly explain those opportunities within the programs. So those are good for individuals that like freelancers and virtual assistants. I'm really looking for more experience, but those that are local to me or within the United States, you really don't need much experience. But if you want to do like a personal branding or setting up the portfolio of, for example, single family houses or acquiring single family houses for your portfolio, I can walk you through this relatively without many problems and I can show you some tricks as well as mistakes that I made. I think that's the most important to understand that I made a lot of mistakes throughout my life and now I can share that with others and actually smile about it. Professional level, for me, those are individuals that went to college, so bachelor's or MBA holders. So academic knowledge is different with running your own business, but we show you that since I was going through school, I got my MBA, I think almost 20 some years ago. I can bring you your academic knowledge and connect it with the practical applications that are relevant right now. Those that are switching from the corporate career, so transitioning and acquiring new skills and new industries. For me, the new industry that I have been exploring last year is really knowledge business. And if you do have some knowledge and you would like to share that knowledge with others, I can show you much better way of being a coach or advisor for still corporations or individuals. And so I do have a specific track for those individuals. And then advanced marketers and coaches, expanding service offerings and your reach. And we can really collaborate on your image as well as the offerings and maybe do some enhancements from messaging that of how you acquire your clients going forward. Executive level, those are, I need to certify investors because those are like a strategic capital deployment. You need to have the expertise if you are converting your, for example, 401k or IRA account into the self-directed products. Please go through some certification or actually, maybe my environment is not going to be the most robust for you, but there are other training programs and I can really connect you with the right professionals that would explain the limitations of those vehicles, but also how not to make mistakes, some that I did. So I will be able to talk about it. But really financial pros, advanced financial structuring skills and deal structuring, that is important and it's hard to teach because you almost need to experience that. So now I'm looking for those that are actually doing already syndications, so as well as staying on the deal for a period of time. For me, also managing brokers from the real estate perspective are also great clients and great individuals because if you grew your team. So managing brokers, if, from what I understand, well, you should have some great market expertise and also team leadership perspective. If you are managing broker, you are managing brokers, so you are leading the team. And I know it's tough. If everybody is disjointed and they don't get the information the way that you would like to provide, well, then you do have a disjointed team, and I can give you the tools that would make that communication relatively easy. And also you can create also programs for those newer agents. So you do not have to repeat the same message, but you can basically create a structural either SOPs or really do it through the video communication that will stay relevant. And obviously, depending on your level, I am an investor, for example, looking for the apprentice. And you are beginning your journey, you still need to learn. Then you get a junior designation. If you're gonna put yourself through the certifications, you will get the certification, professional certification that you can actually use as a enhancement of your future career on a LinkedIn, because that's how they are built. So it allows for you to be certified by my organization. Architects, and this is for those that really want to explore and grow farther and create the products, mainly masterminds within their communities, and then grant mastermind. It's really industry leadership. So this is good for leaders with larger organizations that will be using the Business Academy platform to maybe put some of their employees or collaborators into those structural trainings. Training and partnership model. For me, time commitment. If you are going through the certification programs, it's going to be hard not to spend 2 hours per week minimum. So you can advance and complete the programs within either 3 months or 6 months, because we also do have a stringent quarterly checkpoints, and I do offer personalized mentorship from that perspective. I will talk more about the partnership structure in another presentation, but for me, this is the most important aspect for the growth. That we found we find the money for the new operations, and you are the operator and owner of that organization, so you do have a 70% of stake, and then 30% goes for the strategic support. So within that 30%, 10% is really mission aligned giving, or really giving back to the community. And I will explain that in other presentations. But Business Academy, from your idea to prototype, we can execute on that. And really building another product that we have is called Business in a Box. So we do have a market-ready company for you after you go through the academy or certification programs. And yes, we do provide accountability at each phase of the execution. That accountability is also good for me, so I know what support you will need and what you're expecting from me in that build out. Invest and Connect Investment Club. Yes, for me, investments was something that I started, and I always promised my wife that it's gonna be on a part-time basis. No, that did not happen that way. So now I'm really doing the investments full time. But it's a unique community where different opportunities coming together. But for the sum of the deal structuring, it's important to have the bank of resources, and I think most of the real estate agents know, and investors, that this is kind of a lonely business. I'm gonna shift that model a little bit because I will be providing way more mentorship, and as well as clear participation paths for the investors. Financial growth paths. So it all starts with the simple subscription, monthly or annual access to deals and resources. Then I mentioned that anybody that is either a mortgage broker, an attorney, title company, or a financial advisor, you can really come in as a sponsor, and I can build your brand visibility as well as provide direct access to other members. There is also a path for those that would like to barter their services, so trading skills for membership benefits. And I included this because I see that as a really, really valuable option for a lot of service providers. Maybe they don't have much cash, but they can trade their services for the membership into the organization. So I am opening that. Plus, that would be my way to kind of vet those professionals, vet those organizations, and bring them and enhance their operations and productivity. And then I also work on equity split, equity participation. So I do direct investment, and sometimes those are for the club members, but that path requires really specific one-on-one consultations. So that is going to be quite clear of how that works. I mentioned about borrowing your skills. So yeah, for somebody that's got small painting or carpentry, and what I exchange this for, it's most likely web services, digital services, and you can receive those websites, AI tools, as well as marketing practices and sales skills that are important for your business to grow profitably. Talking about the elder care and co-living, because as a real estate broker, I am gonna be focusing on the co-living situations and co-living solutions. So building adaptive housing, and it's gonna be a mix. I am not gonna do it as a full-blown community or like a medical service, but I do recognize that there's a lot of individuals that well, maybe don't need the big house right now, and they could live in a co-living situation that will be packed with a lot of resources and technological advancements to make their life much easier. My most important consultations in a local market are really how what kind of changes are needed in your home environment to accommodate any type of injuries, or if somebody that is, for example, living with dementia, just to make sure it's like child-proofing, but it's for the elderly, and so they don't hurt themselves. We can set up some specific systems and technology to prevent falls or notifications, and those that would like to get some shared income through renting either 1, 2, 3 rooms or some section of the house, and receive some small services for that. That is the environment that I'm creating, but I'm also working with other care providers, and that is required to make sure that the families of those elderly, either couples or elderly individuals, will have access to the fully structured programs, and provide a quality assurance for those families. And health and microgreens impact, those are my goals for 2025. I have been growing microgreens for about a year now, and most of the production was given away either to my neighbors or family. Now I am streamlining that process, and I am opening location in other cities, but those are intended as a small operations. I still want to provide about 30% and do it as a donation of the production to the food shelters or directly to those families that cannot afford the product. So my goals is to build it with about 100 volunteers and have the really community type distribution network, because we do provide deliveries directly to your homes as well. And I really would like to affect at least 500 families by the end of this year, provide them with the weekly or bi-weekly nutrition boost. Those products are fantastic. So the depending on how much you order per week, they actually stay fresh for at least 2-3 weeks, so which is fantastic. I build everything on a specific AI and automation tools. I use the for the back end of most of the build outs. We're using a product called High Level that does have all the bells and whistles the same way as HubSpot does have, but this one is a little bit more, I would say, robust and definitely less expensive than a HubSpot. Uh, I've been backed by the AI content creation. Believe me, those slides were made by the AI as well, based on the information that I feed it to. But it's just the automation, and if you are not using automation in your marketing practice right now, that is a shame. Direct calendaring and really seamless scheduling of appointments, and we also implementing the outbound and inbound calling agents, and with the great conversational abilities. And for the professionals, systems for LinkedIn and targeted lead generation, it's needed, and it will be even more important in a short future. Like I said, I built this through the masterminding programs, and individuals that would like to join me at the AB mastermind will be included in all those trips. So we do have a trip to Alaska in July. Then I don't have a specific date for the Hawaii, because it's either September or beginning of October of this year. Early, but those are two domestic trips that I am committing to be building on a yearly basis for those individuals that will commit to the AB Mastermind on a 3 year commitment. And January next year, a trip to Philippines that is gonna be mix between a boot camp and a retreat. And I really am planning to explore the investment opportunities in Philippines, real estate investment opportunities, and then a year later, and I'm gonna add the trips to. I don't know if we're gonna come back to the Alaska and Hawaii. There's so many great parks within the United States that I actually visited most of them, but I don't mind going back to those parks that were really stunning and beautiful. So we'll be talking about it, but that's gonna be part of the masterminding, because I don't have always the best ideas, and I like to collaborate on those trips with others. But then January 27, We really have a trip planned to Colombia, and after that, I'm not gonna share, but yeah, we do have plans for other localities throughout the world. Structure networking, for me, this is, if somebody is not getting connected on like a weekly Zoom calls, well, I know that they will be not able to progress within the certification programs. Within the Grow Connection, I have built the cohorts for the specific orientations. So those are separate meetings, but those that are starting right now through the clubs, well, if you are not gonna be joining the Zoom calls because of this or that, well, I'm not even gonna invite you to the masterminding programs, because then it's gonna be waste of my time and your time. And if you cannot engage, uh, I'm not wasting my time anymore with that type of individuals. First Wednesday of the month, I am doing an in-person gathering. It's a networking event as well as a dinner in Glenview, and then we open up the Des Plaines in Illinois. So those are Friday events. Those are more like a networking, informational meetings, but also showing the opportunities for mainly those construction and individuals that are sometimes working with their hands, but would like to scale up those operations and really leverage the AI automation in their operations. I do live Facebook updates within a few specific groups, and then club sessions. So Friday afternoon, those are gonna be focus groups that are gonna be formed throughout this year, and I really invite anybody to those club sessions. Investment readiness, and for me, this is like certified service providers. For me, if you're gonna engage for at least maybe 2, 3, 4 meetings, I get to know you. I learn really about your practice. Well, then I can invite you to the certification program, within which I do provide the marketing services. I will actually include you on as a member on the websites, as well as share your opportunities or share your services with either homeowners, or we're gonna advertise it. And I do have a fun way of advertising your services as well. But next step is private money lenders, so financing opportunities. We're gonna be underwriting deals, real estate deals, but I really would like to have private money lenders explore funding of the new business ventures as well. And then subscribers will get really priority deal access to some level. And it's gonna be open practice, but really those some of the deals will be really available just for that inner circle, because they need to invest money and move money on a continuous basis. Deal flow access, I mentioned about it, so really subscription commitment. You can do a monthly or annual investment. I do provide due diligence reports, including full like walkthroughs and inspections, so you can make your decisions quicker and actually build the trust between the real estate agents. And I do have a specific track for the wholesalers that will be coming into my environment, but this is not a presentation for that. And then fast track tools, all the compliance and analytics resources that I built with the great tools right now. enhancing value. So premier investor and partner ecosystem. It's really, that's how I look at it. It's a comprehensive platform that connects investors, professionals, and thought leaders through exclusive opportunities and structured collaboration. I do have investment options with special purpose vehicles. So those are going to be available to investors. You will get some priority in the syndication processes as well as legal and tax support by the vendors or sponsors that are within the environment. And then private equity integration. I am building it with the fully legal platform. So there will be crowdfunding opportunities with the Reg CF, but then I will have the projects under Reg A and Reg D, and really doing a lot of limited partnership or general partnerships, deal structures, and then I'm looking for the long-term alignment. So the value needs to be created and not really focusing on like a short-term investments. Yes, some of the projects will be 6 months, but I am looking for valuable clients for the rest of my life and hopefully rest of their lives, and that's why it's a long-term alignment for me. I don't intend to underwrite the deals that will go belly up. The role of coaches and thought leaders. Yes, you can come in as an advisor, you can come in as a consultant. Those that have been in educational roles and want to share their knowledge and do have a proven expertise. Yes, I definitely am looking for more educators and advisors and consultants that I can put in touch with within my network with the professionals that would like to receive that education. And mentorship tracks by profession, and for me the biggest base is that elder care track. So specialized delivery and really compliance. Then a little bit more narrow is organizations that would need that AI setup and implementation of the technology for the business growth. Some of those businesses will be within the construction, remodeling, new construction, so project management and really how to scale up your operations. And then looking at the brokers and mainly real estate brokers in a commercial as well as residential areas. So advanced deal structuring and as well as access to the potential investors and clients from the acquisition perspective. Family engagement and services. I try to make it so easy that it does really not include much of your time commitment. So we do really remote connections with the digital tools, but also this is one of the product for the families that do have elderly individuals, so you can stay connected and bring your family together across various distances. I've been born and raised in Poland. I still have the family over there, and yeah, that communication changed over the years, but it still requires some structured and hand-holding, especially for the elderlies that maybe do not have much experience with that technology. So senior support, really specialized resources for aging parents, and as well as really looking at the AI coordination. In my mind, within the next 2 years, we will have a robots readily available for the elderly care, and something that would really help with the care management. And those are gonna be quite intelligent and robust systems that hopefully not gonna cost much money, but yes, it will require some specific resources. Club memberships are starting at $5-6, and I do have a low cost entry, so it's really affordable. For the certification programs, I am looking to no, I'm starting at depending on a track. Those are from $50 a month to about 300 if it includes the implementation, or more for the actual implementation. And then high value networking, so really connecting those qualified professionals, general contractors that do higher value of the projects. Those will have access to the network as well. But for those, I actually provide so much more services from within the software as a service, as well as networking opportunities and connection. Plus, those trips, I know that I'm building them as a really fun and educational trips, but you will have a chance to take your whole family on those trips. Branding and partnerships, as well as licensing. So contractors, I mentioned about that already, but it's all territory-based licensing and authorizations. You have, I'm adding the wellness providers because one of the first projects is the wellness center, as well as a co-living space. So the same thing, and I'm just saying this, so there's an expectation set when I'm talking with the real estate agents. We'll talk about your like a zip code, or really a space within the Chicago or Illinois, and then I'm expanding those operations into other states with the same principles based on a specific localities. What I do for the agents, it's really I'm taking all the thought leadership that I have learned through working with corporations, working with the great leaders, as well as some hard leaders to understand, but training in personal brand authority development. This is done through the video, through the AI automation, video prompts. We do have a specific meeting for the weekly guided content creation, and really talking about the professional topics, really engagement, as well as how you can distribute that either using my systems, or you can buy the tools separately. So, but what I do from the most important aspect, I try to build your credibility and really show you the clear frameworks for like those authoritative building messaging, so you can attract the client and demonstrate your knowledge of the industry, and provide the information how we can do it within the conversations. So it's not me just a one head talking, and I see it's almost an hour. So it's going to be a lengthy presentation, but really it's based on interviews and the conversations between the brokers and professionals, where I can highlight your skills, and I can really um, motivate your network to really engage with you at the higher level, or recommend you to the other individuals. Grant Mastermind and advisory services, so those are really my top level. I do have a one-on-one practice for the mid-size and large businesses, where I still reserve some one-on-one time, because that's really how I intend to be working over the next few months. But within the mastermind, the top level mastermind, it is based on an invitation, and I will be providing syndication collaborations as well as planning for the clubs, like a homeowners clubs, and I really intend to be pulling individuals from those homeowners clubs to those higher level programs as well. But it will all take place after I get to know you, you get to know me. It is all relationship based. Since I spent most of my life in corporations, safety and compliance is important for most of the projects, and I can help organizations from like that OSHA guidance, implementation procedures, navigating and helping with the regulatory or governmental compliance, as well as helping from the risk mitigation perspective. That is what I did. We always had specific procedures, and that is important. Over the years, I really started looking much closer at the HR and organizational health. And sometimes you got the great HR leader that can motivate the employees to do the great job. But if those HR individuals are not using the specific and great systems, well, they will fail. So I also do team development boot camps and workshops, and then culture building strategies for the small, medium, and larger organizations that I usually partner up with the different coaches and advisors for the larger organizations. But that is really the focus of my practice and professional business advisory services. Balance growth and community connection. So since I was working at the corporations, I really did not had much time to spend within the community, because work was the most important. And for me, this work is now most important, but I really change and reframe my mindset from the perspective of that you need to really take care of your mindset, take care of your body, because otherwise you are not really productive. So I'm looking at like a holistic approach to personal and professional development that really integrates that wellness, inclusion, practical support, and really authentic connection. And this is all coming from the base of the authenticity, and I am ready to have some fun with other providers right now that think similarly like me and want to grow their businesses. Wellness integration. So again, important to me. Mind body reset. You need to do it almost on a daily basis, and at least be part of the meditation. Or if you do not meditate, well, maybe you just go into church and you're receiving the same type of connection with the higher power. Comprehensive wellness programs designed to really restore balance and clarity. I do have some recommendations for the programs, as well as great leaders that developed specific programs for really that reset and rejuvenating of your mindset. But the wellness training, I can provide some group exercises as well, because at the beginning of my career and really through school in Poland, I was working here as a caregiver and a physical therapist. So I can call it expert-led sessions, but I work with other coaches, other providers for really keeping that lasting health and habits and practices. And for me, this is important, that allows for that family inclusion. So husband and wife can exercise together or hike together. That was always important to me. So supporting systems that incorporate loved ones in that sometimes healing journey, but Without that motivation from the family, it's hard to really achieve your goals. Substance recovery, I am talking about it because I have been in that environment, and really throughout last corporate assignment, I have seen a lot of problems from this perspective. I am not ready to really share much about it, but I do have a dyslexia, and I learned about it. You know, really in a grade school, one of the nurses mentioned about it, but I suppressed that. I I really didn't share that with my parents, and I knew I completely forgot about it until probably about 5 years ago when I started translating something between Polish and English, and there was a stressful situation, and I was losing it. But then I learned that I do have also ADHD. That's why I do have that wandering mindset, and I really needed to help myself from being more grounded and focused for the productivity, and really uh, getting into the flow of the day is important, but you cannot really achieve that without the structured support or methodologies that there's so many doctors, and YouTube is a great resource to learn that. But I will be providing those tools to the individuals that will choose to partake in the clubs specifically for the recovery of of the of the problems, because those are problems, those are mental problems that I did not realize that I had at some point. Now I am so much more grounded from that perspective, and I do understand my limitations, and I could not understand limitations of others, but now I fully understand it and support them. So the services that I'm starting to coin is really rent a husband, and really I will have a rent a wife services as well. But this is great for like trusted local handyman, and those that really would like to barter for those services. So I will be explaining this to those individuals specifically, but I think that's gonna be a fun environment. Everybody needs to be vetted. So I don't bring into my organizations individuals that well, I'm gonna have a stringent vetting process specifically for this. So intake and matching process, because if I'm gonna connect some providers with the homeowners or renters, yes, there will be survey, and then some matching sessions, and really tiered program placement. So really, uh, those that do not understand something will be able to get into the customized development track and specific assignments. So you grow your mindset as well with us. Investing structures, I really mentioned about it, but real mentorship, real cash flow, and real results, and those are all measurable outcomes for the participants, and financial growth, and sustainable business models. We know that most of the businesses, new businesses, fail after a year or two, and that's not what I'm creating. I am creating this for the longevity, and really for the next decade or two, because we leverage the latest and greatest tools and business methodologies within it. Supporting women and family builders. So if you do have a family, uh, I do recognize that my daughters are a little bit older right now, but that's why I came up with the co-living design. So innovative housing solutions for families. Parenting and education should be going hand in hand, but I do understand the stress And now I can share with the resources and methodologies that help us, throughout that raising children that are in a thriving situation and uh, and they're connected with their families. Wellness and economics, so balancing health and financial participation, that is important. So I'll be talking about it more. And then really integrating with trusted advisors. So I really want to, I'm working with those that are competent and caring. For me, caring is kind of equal to some type of a kindness. So you need to be compassionate and really be have that good approach to the client relationships, as well as commitment. For me, I am looking only for those that can commit on a long term and be dedicated to those community success and competency. I mentioned that really proven expertise in those respective fields, and the connections are gonna be the most important. Key metrics that we track for individuals, for the companies, really health focus, income growth, relationship rating, and I do have a specific way to do it and put it on a piece of paper right now. But time freedom, right? So increase of that discretionary time for the members with the proper use of the tools, proper use of AI agents, and really implementing the AI strategies in your operations. So looking forward to you joining the community, looking for really top collaborators to join the network. Yes, you need to be a little bit, growth minded because it's hard to be talking to those that want to be just consumers and not be giving back. You will not be able to achieve your success without providing great services. So top collaborators, referral partners. I build this practice based on referrals, and I am really doing it that way. So anybody that comes with a recommendation, I really have a way to actually reward you for those recommendations as well. And again, everything is ethical, legal, and moral. So I really support initiatives that prioritize that integrity and coming with the heart. And I need to read that because it's a wise statement. So let's build systems with heart. Let's scale opportunity with integrity, and let's grow together. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video.